Physical vs. Cosmetic Threads in SolidWorks. A video presentation by Catherine McMahon. In this video you will learn how to make physical thread two different ways in SolidWorks. I will also show you how to place cosmetic threads onto a part. The first way to make physical threads is by using the Thread Wizard. The other way is using a profile and path, along with swept cut. Being able to make physical threads in such a quick manner is great. For example, you can 3D print these threads and have a working part, or say you need to replace a screw or nut, you can now draw it up and just print it out. Cosmetic threads are also great, however they cannot be printed out. These threads simply place an image on top of the part. They cannot create a physical thread on a part. Cosmetic threads are good when doing drawings because they will place a thread callout into a drawing. Both threads have their purpose. However, I think we all know which the better pick is. Physical threads. First, you want to start a new part file. After that, you will want to locate the plane you are going to work on. For this demonstration, I am going to work on the front plane. Start a new sketch and draw a circle. Dimension it to the required dimension. Exit sketch, go to the Features tab and extrude your circle to the required dimension. Now in the Features tab under the Hole Wizard drop-down menu, there is a button called Threads. Once in the threads, you are asked to locate the edge of your part. Once the edge is selected, you can see a preview of the thread. You will now enter the length of the thread. There is also a drop-down for the types of thread you can put onto the part. The next drop-down is the size of the threads you want to create. There are many standard sizes to select from. You can also choose if you would like to make a right-handed or left-handed thread. Click the green check mark. You have now created physical threads using the thread command. I used a section view to show that these are indeed physical threads. First, you will have to create the path for your threads to follow. You will want to start a new sketch on your part. Locate the edge of your part. Select Convert Entities and choose the edge of your part. This will project the circle of the edge onto the new sketch. Exit sketch. Now under the Insert tab, you want to locate Curve. Under the Curve drop-down menu, you will want to select Helix Spiral. When selected, you can then define how you would like to create your spiral. You can choose from the following: pitch and revolution, height and revolution, or height and pitch. For my demonstration, I have selected to use height and revolution. Click the green check mark. You have just created a path for the profile you are about to create. Now you will have to choose a plane that is perpendicular to the plane you are working on to draw the profile that will follow the path you just created. You will draw a triangle. Be careful when drawing this because, as you can see, you do not want your triangle to lock to the path of the spiral you just created. I have chosen to use an equilateral triangle. Dimension the triangle to whatever suits your needs. Exit sketch. Now under the Features tab, you will want to select Swept Cut. Using the two sketches you have, you can now cut the profile along the spiral sketch. Make sure your direction is correct so that the cut will show up on your part. Click the green check mark. Now you will want to hide the helix spiral sketch from your part. You have just created physical thread by hand. I used a section view to show the difference between the Thread Wizard and creating threads by hand. Cosmetic thread. On your part, select the edge and locate the Insert drop-down menu. In this menu, you will want to select Annotation. In this menu, you will then select Cosmetic Threads. Enter the length of your threads. An image of threads will then placed on your part. I used a section view to show that cosmetic threads are just an image placed on top of your part. Here is a video of external threads being cut on a lathe.
told me. Clouds start pouring down, light a fire they can't put out. Carve your name into those shining stars. He said go venture far beyond the shores. Don't forsake this life of yours. I'll guide you home no matter where you are. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. When I was just a kid I heard him say, when you get older your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. These are the nights that never die. My father told me.
The end.